Everybody. Um, Good morning. Let me get my coffee. Oh, all right. Good morning, everybody. So, yes, I have a teaspoon for my coffee because I can't find my other spoon. Y'all know I usually use my chopsticks. I hope everyone slept well. Oh, we got our donut shop coffee. Honestly, with the morning that I am having, hey, back with the morning that I am having already, work-related stuff, okay? I need something a whole lot stronger than this and everything. That just made me think about, I remember, I guess my grandparents, I don't know. I don't know why they did this, but they would have like the teacups, they had the saucer and the cups in the saucer. But my granddaddy, he would put his coffee in the saucer and sip it out of that. I don't know what that was about. While we wait for everybody to come in, Beck, you getting ready to do some hair, girl? It's Tuesday. Y'all, I came across something and I was like, maybe somebody need to hear this today. Y'all know I be cutting up. I cut up sometime, but you know, I'm kind of sort of intelligent and I always like to learn something. And this was a word I did not know. I did not know it was a such thing as imposter syndrome. I mean, am I, did y'all know? Hey, Minnie. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Dee Dee. Did y'all know? And it was like, hey, look, it's morning time. There's some people getting ready to get their day started, and maybe somebody needed to hear this, and maybe it moves you the way it moved me. Oh, your client is at 11:30. Oh, look at you. Making me feel bad. I need to be in the gym. That's what we should have been. Y'all know ever since that day I like to pass out. Oh, oh, then live the Oh, the elliptical trying to do live. I have not gone live. I say that I'm gonna give myself some more time, and then I'm gonna try to do my lives again while I'm on that treadmill and stuff. And I cannot talk and do that treadmill stuff, honey. Alicia Ty, good morning, boo. Good morning, Coco, because I know you on the Glamour do this today. Guess what? Y'all know it's almost, it's the almost summertime for school. So actually today, I mean, Coco's here, but her mom is here. So I have no Grandma do this today. I already checked. And so look, y'all, it's all about this job. And hopefully my nail tech responds to me and we get to go to the salon and get these nails done today. I think I need to cut them down. Hey, Kim. See, babe, you didn't know it was the word either. And you see, like, even my thumbnail showed it. Didi, okay, 12, so I'm gonna lay in bed and eat my... Hey, TM, so hold on, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is, but I want y'all to listen to this before I want to try to maybe catch some of the people that, before y'all leave to be like, what is she talking about? So hold on. I want y'all to hear this. Maybe I'll let y'all see it. Hold on. But I think if I blow it up, it's going to be too big. Hold on. But let's just listen to it right now. While we got people coming in, we got somebody on the treadmill. We got somebody laying in bed eating bacon. Maybe they need to hear this. TM, I don't know if I said good morning, Passion for Life. Let's listen to this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on. I thought I had this set up right. Hold on.
Do not let the world make an imposter syndrome out of you. Why? Because I knew who I was. And more importantly, I knew whose I was. I didn't know the future, but I knew who was in charge of the future. And my job, just as your job is, to align with God's dream for you. And my prayer was always, use me. Use me, God. Show me how and who you need me to be. Because this is what I will tell you. God can dream a bigger dream for you than you could ever imagine for yourself.
Okay.
I know not what the future holds, but I know who holds the future.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all get anything out of that? I'll play it again in a little bit. I want to see if anybody got anything out of that, okay? So, let's learn. Minnie was like, yes, right? I was like, okay. And y'all know who that was, right? That was Gail Friend. That was Stedman Woman. That was Oprah. She was speaking at the graduation, right? Did y'all? I was hoping y'all could hear it. Because I was like, look, I don't want to say, y'all know when I come on here, I just try to do a little something quick little thing, and I ain't want to try to get all fancy and adjust everything, because when I have all this stuff on my desk a certain way, it's hard. I really have a problem setting up, because setting up, I'm telling y'all, I really have a problem setting up, because there are two people that use this work area. And me and Deja, so our stuff be everywhere. So I got my hair, we got stuff everywhere. And, you know, she's in finals and papers and all kind of stuff. So, y'all, I just, But, yes, it was beautiful, wasn't it? But let me read to y'all what imposter syndrome is. Okay, I think I deserve a few more thumbs based on that message that I shared that Oprah Winfrey gave y'all, okay? Come on now. Come on. So, imposter syndrome is that gnawing feeling of self-doubt and incompetence coupled with the dread of being exposed as a fraud. Let me read it one more time. Imposter syndrome is that gnawing feeling of self-doubt and incompetence coupled with the dread of being exposed as a fraud. And you are in control of your own destiny. Have confidence and faith in yourself and believe in yourself. And I'm not I don't know a PE listening. I'm not a psychologist or anything, but it's interesting. It's stuff here that tells you how to overcome imposter syndrome. Like, when I tell you, I didn't know this was a such thing. And it's wild to really see what is going on. You know, I don't know. Hold on. Like, I don't know if y'all just Google it, you know, and I don't know if anybody is feeling a certain kind of way. I think it's a good thing that it was brought up at a graduation. And sometimes I realize, and it's interesting, it shows too, like, the different parts of your brain that have these types of thoughts. And, you know, I was like, wow, do I have that? You know, not but just because I question myself, I doubt myself, and sometimes it's like I'm kind of sort of a perfectionist. I don't come off that way maybe to y'all, but like when it comes to my work and things that I do and goals and when I'm trying to accomplish something. But I'm going to read y'all this to say people that tend to be perfectionists are more prone to experiencing imposter syndrome due to having high, unrealistic expectations of themselves. Did y'all hear that? And then I just say that I might not come off to y'all as a perfectionist. What the heck? I don't know what that is. But anyway, but I know like when it comes to my work, I am. It says the first type of imposter syndrome is where a person is hiding out in their job, doing duties they feel ill-equipped to perform. Yes, Minnie. Yes, you get it, honey. You get it. It's one of these things where I just, it's funny how they give names to everything now. They do. They give names to stuff, and then they, let's see if we can figure out exactly, because all I did was just read. I didn't look up how to overcome it because I was like, well, I don't know. You know how a lot of times people don't come over here for the good shit I talk about. A lot of people don't really care for coffee time, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. And then this is another thing. I don't know. I think because I have a sense of, I'm feeling overwhelmed this morning when it comes to work. Um, so sometimes like my mental state and be all over the place. And so I want to talk about some of this stuff without getting emotional, right? So it says, hold on. So I thought it was interesting when it says that, like, about, hold on. It said you might develop imposter feelings if your parents, 1, pressure you to do well in school. 2, compare you to your siblings. 3, were controlling and overprotective. 4, emphasize your natural intelligence. 5, sharply criticize mistakes. Academic success in childhood could also contribute to imposter feelings later in life. Hey, Black Pilot. Did I speak to you earlier? Hey, Joanne. Good morning, to I know the feeling, child. It is. I do. Sometimes I just feel so overwhelmed that this is just interesting. Y'all need to look this up. That's all I can say. Just look this up, because I don't want to sit here and like just keep reading to y'all. But oh, excuse me. Okay, hold on. And they say, you can overcome it by, sometimes talking to a mental health professional. But it's like, how do you know? Hopefully you go to a mental health person that know what it is. But shoot, if you sit here and you doubt yourself, it's like, I don't know. And I think maybe I'm wondering, after I saw this morning, this information, and I'm like, wow, like, am I in the process? Am I on the, am I at this process, the other side of overcoming it? Because I used to have these feelings of like, what am I doing here? Like, I don't belong. Like, what's my purpose? Like, trying to figure it out. Honey. I don't know if I ever thought I was a fraud, though. Black Pilot said, when I get overwhelmed, I shut down and be like, yes. Then I come back to reality a few days later and get back on track. Chop. I'm telling you, I've been doing so much better. I have those moments, baby. I had those moments, and I'm so glad that at this point, what I've been dealing with, it's like I'm able to bounce back like a whole lot faster than I used to. I am. Hold on. Tim said you're in a good place because you express your feelings, which is so freeing. The thing about it, sometimes I know a big part of it, how sometimes I just have these these overflow moments, because I really don't have that. I don't have that outlet. Really. I mean, I get on here sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I think, and I've said this before. Maybe some of my older ones, not the new people, have heard me say this, but sometimes I think. Remember, I used to say like, look, like y'all have been helping me. Like my therapist back at home, and stuff like that, and this helps me. And then I realized, yeah, I sit here, I just think it's a distraction, because I really don't sit here and talk about, really, I don't do with y'all what I do with the therapist, but I do think it's a good distraction. And sometimes, I mean, but I can say that I have been getting better though with dealing with certain things by doing YouTube, coming on my doing my lives, and stuff like this. But it's just funny that I'm like, did I have this? Hey, Rochelle. Patience for Life say, yes, I have those moments as well. But what Okra said, when we had these moments, y'all, we gonna listen to it again, because I know I'm seeing like a lot of people coming in and they leaving, they walking in the door, they turning around. You know how it be when it's like you ain't been in church in a real long time, and you like, like, if they don't turn me around at the door, am I gonna turn into a ball of fire when I hit that? When I sit on that pew, they like, we only came over here to hear her talk about that other lady. We don't have to talk about her all the time. There's so much more to life. But I apologize to him. That's what I had to learn to do. Used to hold everything in, and when I couldn't take it anymore, I would explode. Now, if something bothered me, I let it be known right away. Okay? Now, I will say that I still hold on. I used to lash out, like, and it's hard. It's easy to hurt the people that you love when you hold on and stuff like that. And um, hold on, just in case some people need to hear one more time.
Do not let the world make an imposter syndrome out of you. Why? Because I knew who I was. And more importantly, I knew whose I was.
But did y'all hear that? Let me repeat it just in case y'all didn't hear it. She say, because I knew who I was. And more importantly, I knew whose I was. Right? Right? Come through. Do y'all get this?
I didn't know the future, but I knew who was in charge of the future.
Who is that? Who is in charge of your future? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that.
And my job, just as your job is, to align with God's dream for you. And my prayer was always, use me. Use me, God. Show me how and who you need me to be. Because this is what I will tell you. God can dream a bigger dream for you than you could ever imagine for yourself.
Let me tell you, I be like, this how I used to be. Y'all, even the Lord know that I have a big sense of humor. He know. He was like, look here, I put too much. He's like, you know what, that girl down there, I don't sprinkle a little bit too much of that little humor in her. I just put a little bit too much goofy in this girl. Because sometimes I'm going to tell y'all, even when I pray, I keep it all the way 100 with him. I be like, you know what, when I be going through something, I know he using me. But I be like, Lord, Continue to use me in the way that you are using me, and give me the strength and the courage to follow your will and what you have in store for me. But don't use me up. And he'd be like, look at her. Big time, I've never doubted who is in charge of my future. You know what? That's the thing. And not that you doubt it, but sometimes, I don't know if anybody needed to hear this, but maybe if you questioning it, just ask who's in control. Okay? Who's in control? Answer that question, and then it might be able to, because when we be swerving, and you over here, you're thinking about this, and somebody said that you weren't good enough over here, and you felt like you weren't good enough. Now this person done co-signed on about this person, and then you just here and here and here. You got to think about who is in control. Okay? Beck say, I'm interested in this kind of stuff. I'm in therapy after my divorce, and it really gets you to thinking about all of this. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing sometimes to, I call it, check yourself. And I'm so glad that when I learned that it happened late in my life. And that's why I'm so glad that I hope and pray that these students that she was giving this talk to, first, I hope they know what imposter syndrome means, because I probably would have been like Googling, what's she talking about? But even if you didn't know what it was, the word, what she was giving you, should have resonated within them. And I hope so. But it didn't take me until I got to my 40s to realize I need to check myself. I need to dig deep and do a self-evaluation. And you don't do it one time, y'all. You don't self-evaluate one time. You need to check your boxes off daily. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes I don't check my boxes off. And even when I go through my self-evaluation, go through my checklist, I'm like, I can't even check that box. I can't even check that box. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, just understand yourself, redirect your focus. And I'm always telling y'all, always find a positive in anything that negative, because it's so easy to pull the negative out of stuff if you in the wrong state of mind. And when you get in that state of mind, and this ain't nothing that I don't read, this just me. So I'm an accountant, not a doctor, a psychotherapist, and it is okay. But I know for me what worked was whenever I get to where it seemed like I keep noticing negative stuff, and then I sit and I focus on, when I sit and I focus on the negative, I'm like, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute. And then what I do is try to find out, what is this situation doing for me? What am I getting out of it? Because I'm sitting here and I'm upset about something that's happening. But did you learn anything? That's a positive. Whether it be good or bad. Did you learn anything out of that bad situation? That's loud. Hold on. I had that turned up so y'all can listen to okra. Patient say, yes, I would become a chihuahua when I explode, so I'm trying to do better, child. I used to be ridiculous. TM say, most people don't express themselves verbally but act out. Child, this is what I did. Before I got to the calmer Melissa, when I be holding everything in, right? You hold everything in. And this is when I'm saying that person that you love, right? The person that you care about the most gets it. Because this person, you lash out. So it's like, I done had a bad day at work. These kids done drove me insane. Um, the boss man done, he done pissed me off. And now I done went down there, the police done pulled me over, gave me a ticket, and I wasn't even speeding. All this stuff done happened. And I'm just so aggravated. I ain't told nobody. I'm just holding on. I get home. Hubby say one thing, baby, did you pick up some bread? Now I done lost my mind. Now I done went off. All that man did was ask that I buy some bread. But because I had all this stuff bottled up all day long, this was the person. Because I know I'm comfortable talking to this person, but I done lashed out on this person because I don't know how to act. I don't know how to manage my feelings. I don't know how to redirect and refocus. Child, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is a live stream. Hey, Texas. I had to realize I was grown and in control of my life and not my parents. I had to start living for me and not my parents, definitely when it came to my marriage. Child, I'm quite certain it was, you know, your your lifestyle is a very, that would really make you focus on yourself. I'm quite certain. You know, and to understand like, hey, live for you. And like you say, you do what you see fit for your marriage to work, honey. You can't do it how everybody else do it. You do what work for you. Child. And everybody that want to do everything by the little book. Well, by the book, you know, you got to do it this way. You got to do this way. And you can't do this. Do what work. Don't, when I finally, and then it's another thing. When I finally learned to not live for society, you know, we in social media world now, we not live for likes. When I learned to not live for likes, y'all, when listen to me now, when you learn to not live for likes, you went, it's a whole new world out there. Y'all don't even understand. Hold on. I want to get to where Texas say, I have finally learned to live my life the way I see fit, and it's been the best thing that's happened for me. Yeah, exactly. Because what happens is you got this person over here, and you know, I love my parents. And this what I will say about dad. Dad is like, whatever. Whatever. Dad is like, whatever. And my mama is like, if y'all want to see what I'm putting on, Shay. Uh, but the Bible say, and I'm not going against, that's just the household that I live in, okay? What happened was my dad, it was almost like dad was like, look, I done raised you, and, now you're an adult. And what happened is, y'all know I grew up fast. I had to grow up fast. So when I got pregnant when I was 15, it was almost like my dad is like, at this point in your life, like it wasn't like you on your own, but it's like, hey, like all I can do is guide you. Hopefully I've done what I can do at this point. I'll be here to help you, but I can't raise you no more shit. You got your own to raise. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, hey, he just sit back and he probably a praying man too. I tell you, I thank God that my mama is the praying woman that she is, because it probably done got me through a whole lot in life. But that's just how my dad is. It's like, hey, Melissa is who she gonna be. Rah, rah, rah. He know all his kids. Because he know he ain't perfect. He ain't gonna pass judgment. He might be like, well, you shouldn't be doing X, Y, Z. But that's you. Oh, the sign behind, yes. Love is y'all know that's Deja, Coco, and Donnell. They're my roommates, y'all. They're my roommates back there. But that person, I had to tell my parents my marriage is my marriage, not theirs, okay? Black Polly say my parents are very protective of me, and me being their first child doesn't make it better. I'm my parents first too. It says, oh, so it's like, so let's see, is it really imposter syndrome though? If you're thinking it's really imposter syndrome, let's see how you can tell. So it says true imposter feelings involve self-doubt, uncertainty about your talents and abilities, and a sense of unworthiness that doesn't align with others think about you. Y'all know what? I'm so happy I finally got out of that stage in my life. Always worried about what somebody think. Lord, when I tell you, stop living for likes. But yeah, stop living for likes. In short, you think you fooled others into believing you are someone you aren't. Okay? But what if you find yourself in an environment where your peers fail to make room for you or imply you don't deserve your success? Perhaps there aren't any other people of color in your class, or your supervisor outright says, women usually don't make it in this job. So it's understandable that you might begin to feel out of place and undeserving. Cha. So it just says, like, more inclusive research on imposter feelings as experienced by people of color. So they say more people of color experience it. This is interesting, but that's true. Listen, y'all. Listen. It says particularly women of color. Wow. Promoting workplace and academic cultures that foster inclusivity and actively work toward anti-racism could be key in reducing imposter feelings. When it's not imposter feelings you're experiencing, but more insidious effects of systemic racism, a culturally sensitive therapist can offer support and help you explore next steps. Wow. Wow. But that's true. And this is exactly why I have pushed myself. Like my parents, throughout my years at home, my parents pushed me when it came to my education, pushed me to make me like always want to be better. So it's like, hey, if I got this, can you do this? So if you was able to do this, hey, now let's see, can you do this? And it was always like, can you do better? Are you better than this? I know you're better than this. So, it was just one of those things. But then once I got to adulthood and I'm in college, it was up to me to be in control. Now what I would say, the fact that I already had a 4-year-old child by the time, I was in college, that for me was my drive. That was my push, but it still was up to me to want to be better because I knew I had, I'm a double minority. I felt like I'm a black woman. And especially way back then, we didn't have as many women in power as we do today. But I knew that I was like, I don't want anybody to ever tell me what I can't have and what I can't do because I know what I can do. So if I go, now I got to get this education. I got to get this experience. And I got to be undeniably great at what I do. Because this is how I see it, and this is what I've told my girls. Don't ever tell somebody, when somebody doubt you, don't tell them what you're going to do. Show them. Show them what you're going to do. Because that speaks so much. That speaks a whole lot more volume than the words that's coming out your mouth. I'm just saying. So it says how to deal with it. If you feel like a fraud, working harder to do better may not do much to change your self-image. Wow. But it's like you got to acknowledge your feelings. I don't think I'm going to go in depth about it. So it says acknowledge your feelings, build connections, challenge your doubts. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Challenge yourself, y'all. I know this all too well. Avoid comparing yourself to others. I really think in the social media world that we have today, it's so easy to do that. And we can see this now with these builder bodies. We compare ourselves to others, but we say it's because we want to feel better. Because there was a moment I wanted this done, I wanted that done, I wanted this done. And I'm like, wow, but no, I just want to feel better, so I want this done. But that, listen now, avoid comparing yourselves to others. And I've talked about this before when we was talking about jealousy and stuff, that you don't know what this other person got going on. It might look like they living this great life. That's how it look. That's how they want you to see it. You don't know what's going on with them. Live your life. And I'm telling you, I have learned this too. It's so easy to be you. Don't try to be like somebody else. It's easy to be you because guess what? You know you. You don't know that other person you're trying to be. Stay in your own lane. Create you. Okay? Create you. But once again, I'm going to say it. Avoid comparing yourselves to others. That, baby. Hold on. Before I finish, I've been seeing some stuff pop up. Okay. TM said, holding things in can cause one to become sick, which can cause disease in the body, as we were not created to handle issues. You know what, TM? When I'm stressed or I'm having problems with my anxiety, I used to be so sick. I'm talking about like I would throw up. I'm talking about like bubble guts, stomach hurt. It's just so crazy how I carry all that in my stomach like that. Now it just seems like I just I don't know, I'm just overly emotional. I still have moments whenever when it's just too much and I'm holding it in, I will get that little sick feeling, like, ugh. But now I'm a whole lot better though. Beck say, what did you do to get out of that stage caring about what others think? I find myself being an overthinker. I hate it. Child. I'm an overthinker as well. I'm really an overthinker. And I think right now, well, yeah, I'm an overthinker. I overanalyze. But those are two different things for me now. Being an overthinker and being concerned about and caring about what others think about me. What I had to do, you have to realize, ask yourself, why do you care? Why do you care what they think? Because this is when I was talking about the other day. I think I talked about it last night, but don't live for society. Because think about it, you are one person. You are one person. And if you it's hard to so what's happening is it's easier to focus on one thing. Focus on you, okay? It's hard to what you're doing when you're thinking this is how I had to be checking myself. You're trying to focus on Sally, Sue, Peter, Paul, Robert, Randall. You get what I'm saying? Focus on you. Because what happened was, I do remember there was a point in my life when you're so worried about what everybody else think. And then what happened is when shit hit the fan, where are all these somebodies at? Where are all these somebodies at? And then you realize at the end of the day, you are with you. You are with you. And do what works for you. Live your life the way you have to live your life. Because whatever you believe in, if you don't believe in God, I'm not trying to make this a religious or spiritual thing, but whatever you believe in, whatever your higher power is that you believe in, that's who you answer to. So you have to be responsible for you, because when you go before your higher power, when that time come, Sally, Sue, Peter, Paul, Robin, and Randall ain't standing there with you. You got to think about that. They ain't standing there with you either trying to pay your bills. They not standing there with you either trying to raise your children. Whatever you got going on in life, You have to remember to just create your own lane. Just create your own lane. I learned that I must be what I want. Action words, yes. Excuse me. I learned what I must be what I want. Okay, I thought so. TM say I also came to realize that wait. I also came to realize what I thought I saw. Be mindful of company you keep, what you watch and who you listen to. I want to speak on that. Black policy, yup. TM said the result of all frustrations are from everything that added up to the moment of or moments. That's true. But back to what you said, be mindful of the company you keep, what you watch and who you listen to. Let me speak on this louder real fast. Being on YouTube now, and I have to watch a lot more YouTube, and now that I'm in this sector, I watch a lot more in the sector than I ever have watching anything on YouTube. I used to watch all kind of different stuff in YouTube before I was actually in this sector. And sometimes, and then being a content creator, yeah, be careful what you listen to, who you listen to. And because it'll get in there and it'll get all jumbled up and it be like that little screen. Y'all remember when you didn't have Cinemax and you didn't have HBO? But sometimes you can go to it, but it be all spotted and for me, that's what happened. Sometimes that's what happened. And then the little hamster on the wheel be doing all this. And so it's like, I got to, if you don't get out off that wheel and get out of here, child, boo. Redirect. But this is what I want to say about the company you keep. Sometimes too, yeah, that make a difference. But I learned that I can be around different type of people because people do like to say, well, you are the company you keep, and that's not true. Um, one of my good friends, we're like night and day, but she's a good person. Okay, with night and day, she's a good person. Somebody else may see her a different way, and I know it's been times people be like, well, how you be with this person, how you be with that person, and it's like, because I know them though. So, and that's one of those things too, going back to living for others and being concerned about what others think. Because, hold on, y'all. Oh, oh, oh. Uh-huh. Your neighbor upstairs is trying to potentially hire fires. The woman in this neighborhood can't see what type of neighbor she is. That's something. Oh, the lady upstairs? Okay. Upstairs, I'm sure. See, that's what this is. Okay. Okay, you can just fill that out, your name, and all that good stuff. Yeah, I just want to know what type of neighbor she is. Okay. And what we reason being is because a lot of times, a lot of departments hire people, and like if we thought criminal history may not nothing be there, but we never come out to the neighborhood. They may loud music, they may be, complaints. Policemen had to come out there. So what we're trying to do. Because I'm like, I really can't, I don't hardly ever hear from them. That's what I need to know. Alright, and if you want, I can fill out, I can ask you questions and I can fill it out for you if you want. Okay, you can ask me, yeah. Alright. Are you related to her? No. Alright. How long have you known or been? I've been over here a year. A year. Alright. Alright, and just as a neighbor, right? Mm-hmm. Alright. I know you're like, that's what all you, that's what all your any loud music, any parties, have you ever heard anything? Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you fighting anything? Alright, okay, no, that's not happening. Any animals, anything that you know of that she has, cat, dog, anything here? Any disputes that we ever come out? In the county, anybody could any in and out traffic that you know of, any that you hear? This year, I hardly ever see her. Cause okay. She probably worked. Yeah, because I did hear this, with her shooting and everything. Okay. Yeah, I do hear her walking around, but I'm quite, there's nothing, somebody walking around. Have you ever seen her intoxicated or anybody that comes up intoxicated? I know he's talking. I have to ask him. Any concerns that you may have with her?
just in conversation on the phone if you need her.
She lives sweet whenever you pass. I see her every so often when she pull up to the city.
Have you ever seen her drunk or intoxicated? No. All right. Have you ever seen an applicant use any illegal substances, drugs, narcotics, anything? Are you aware of any circumstances or conditions that may disqualify her for employment with any kind of police department that you know of? And I think you're being so. Any other comments, anything that you can say about her? If you don't mind just putting your name,
Okay.
and that's all it says, I promise you. I know she's gonna be like, well, you don't think you're all right. Oh, come on.
All right.
Thank you so much. I
Thank
appreciate
you. You have a good one. Yo, I'm so sorry. I'm totally thrown off. I don't know if y'all could hear that. I wanted to go grab my phone real quick. Some kind of way. That was the police. Hold on. Hey, Kimmy. Whew. Oh. Child, I got confused where I was at now. Whew. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I know. I was talking about the company you keep, but anyway, y'all got what I was trying to say. Men are thinkers and direct. Women are emotional and feelings. Okay, yeah. I was like, why is my light red? Alicia, hey, how you doing? Sometimes I hear people keep talking about negative energy all the time, and I be thinking it might be them, and they need to redirect their energy to thinking more positive. Exactly. Hey, Kimmy, good morning, y'all. Okay. Okay. I'm like, do I talk about that or do I finish talking about my topic? Because I have been told I get off topic a lot. Okay, so let's finish this up real quick and I'll tell y'all about that real quick. But I do need to get off of here. Oh. So basically, y'all, just bottom line, okay? Success does not require perfection, okay? True perfection is practically impossible. So failing to achieve it doesn't make you a fraud, okay? Offering yourself kindness and compassion instead of judgment and self-doubt can help you maintain a realistic perspective and motivate you to pursue healthy self-growth, okay? So if you continuously feel like you are an imposter, if you have imposter feelings, make sure you go see your therapist. So, right quick, okay, could anybody hear what was being discussed? Could y'all hear? Did y'all hear my doorbell ring? Okay, maybe not. So I didn't know that they do this, but I go to the door because I cannot see. I don't know why people do that. Well, police officers will do this. I just thought about it because I look at my people. I almost didn't open the door, but I can barely see out of it anyway. And the camera isn't on the phone. Well, the other one. So I can't pull it up here. So I heard it. And I'm looking. Maybe that's why she stepped off. The police officer stepped in front of the camera. But anyway, I couldn't see out the door, but I opened it anyway. And I see, and I'm looking, and I see a police officer, and I was like, she was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hey, Latricia. She was like, nobody's in trouble. This is this. She was like, she's from Henry County Police Department. And what it is they do a neighborhood canvas. It was a neighborhood canvas. I don't know if y'all have heard of this. So y'all, I'm gonna get back for people that's just coming in. I'll get back to what we was talking about real quick. Let y'all hear the motivation. But anyway, let's get to it. So she said that my neighbor that lives above me has applied for a position with them, and that although you can do criminal background checks, that a criminal background check does not really give them information about their character and who they are in the community and XYZ. So y'all, she asked me questions because I was gonna come back with the paper. I don't now I just thought about it. I should have just brought the paper. It was on the clipboard. And she was like, "Well, I can just answer the questions and I ask you the questions and I'll fill it out." So I should have just came and sat down in here. Dang, that'd have been better because then y'all would believe me. But anyway, so what? So that's what they do. So it's kind of like a referral. So any of y'all trying to work for the police department, just because you got a squeaky clean record, they can, they do a neighborhood canvas to question your neighbors about your character. They ask questions like, have you ever seen anybody intoxicated come or leave their house? Are they loud? Do they have pets? Have you ever seen them intoxicated? Do you know anybody that complain about them as a neighbor? Oh my gosh, I just thought it was interesting. She was like, do you feel that she is like, basically saying like racist or, stuff like that. It was a lot of like character-based questions. And I just thought that was interesting that people do that, that can be done. I mean, although let me say, I didn't have anything bad to say about the lady because the police officer actually had said at one point halfway through, she said, "Well, is she alive?" Because they ask you to, are you related to them? And I was like, that's one of the questions. But no, I don't know the lady. Honestly, I can't even remember what the lady looked like. I've been living. They asked me how long I've been living here, and oh my gosh, yeah, I don't, but yeah, my neighbor is a police officer. And I just thought that was interesting too, that she's already a police officer and y'all still have to do a neighborhood canvas to question because she a police officer somewhere else. Wow. But since she applied for a job with Henry County, they doing a neighborhood canvas asking people questions about her. Child. So they don't go just on your Facebook because, people talk about how jobs do Facebook, go check Facebook. But anyway, y'all, I do need to get up off of here real quick. Hold on. One more time before we go. I do have to go. I do have to go. And I want y'all to listen to this one more time just in case, okay? Just in case anybody missed it or didn't hear what we was talking about, make sure y'all look up what imposter syndrome is. We talked about it today. And I want to leave y'all with this little motivational words from Oprah.
Do not let the world make an imposter syndrome out of you. Why? Because I knew who I was. And more importantly, I knew whose I was. I didn't know the future, but I knew who was in charge of the future. And my job, just as your job is, to align with God's dream for you. And my prayer was always, use me. Use me, God. Show me how and who you need me to be. Because this is what I will tell you. God can dream a bigger dream for you than you could ever imagine for yourself. I know not what the future holds, but I know who holds the future.
All right, y'all. And with that being said, I'm getting ready to get up off of here. Y'all have a great day and be great in it. I hope that I get to come back. Hopefully I hear back from my nail tech shortly. And we'll go to the nail salon today and we'll see if anybody wants to tell me what colors we need to do next. Until next time, my good